Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, The Mythology and History Dude, and today we'll be continuing the Abrahamic religions. So last time we met, I told you that Adam was very lonely. So that is why what will God do to stop his loneliness? So he can feel a bit more life. So that is why while Adam was sleeping, God took out one of his ribs and he turned it into a woman, and he named her woman only. But if you are saying that, what about Eve? So my friend, Eve came next after this woman. God named this woman Lilith. But Lilith is only mentioned in the chapter of Isaiah. Isaiah was also a prophet, and we are going to talk about him very, very later. So basically, Lilith was a bit disobedient to Adam. So that is why God turned her into a monster. And we do not find any mention of Lilith in other religions. So I don't know. So she is said to produce more and more demons and monsters. Now, after Lilith went away from the Garden of Eden, God created a woman. Her name was Eve. Eve means the mother of all humankind. So Adam and Eve were living in the forest, and later they found a snake. It was Satan himself, the devil. See, Satan is not a bad dude. I mean, he is bad, but he does not kill anybody or does not create havoc. He is the guy who tempts you away from people. Satan is also known as Iblis in Islam, but in Islam they believe that Iblis first was an angel only, but he refused to prostrate before Adam. So that is why Allah just threw him down from the heights of heaven, and then he became the Shaitan or the devil. In Christianity also, first when Adam was created, Satan's real name was Lucifer. So Lucifer refused to prostrate before Adam, so that is why God threw him from the heights of heaven, and that is why he became Satan. So now Satan came here seeking revenge and told Eve that, what are you doing? She just said that we are strolling around. So as I mentioned before, God told Adam and Eve not to eat from a specific tree. It's known as the tree of the world of right and wrong knowledge. And God said that you will die if you eat from that tree. But Satan tempted Eve, and he said that God was a bit selfish, and if Eve or Adam ate from that fruit, then they would become like God himself. So Eve got tempted because the main characteristic of the humans was that they were very innocent people. So they ate. First Eve took a bite, then she gave the other half to Adam. And then they both realized that they weren't wearing any clothes, and they became scared of everything in their surroundings, be it the animals or the insects. So they hid behind some bushes. Then God came and said, "What happened, Adam? I'm just strolling here. Why are you hiding?" He said that I'm not wearing any clothes. I am not prepared. I have to make hunting traps and a lot of stuff. Then God said, "Who said that you are naked, and who said that you are unprepared?" Then Adam told what had happened, and then God became very angry, and at that time Satan was in the form of a snake. So God cursed the snake that you will always crawl on your skin, and that is why the snake crawls today. And earlier, according to Christianity, the snakes used to have very beautiful feet. I know, but we cannot say anything. And then he cursed Eve that because of your sinfulness, you will toil in pain while giving birth to your children, and you will be ruled by your husband. And then finally he cursed Adam. And So the earth will have droughts and floods and disasters. And oh Adam, you and the other men will be forced to work and labor to just earn some food, and you will have to live in a very cruel world. That, hence, after telling him such things, God clothed Adam and Eve, and then he sent Saint Michael the Archangel. He's one of the greatest angels, but he's a warrior angel, to drive them out of Eden. Now Adam and Eve went out from Eden and settled west of Eden, and there they had two sons, who were Cain and Abel. Now they both were devoted to God, but Cain was a bit bad guy. He used to kill people and do stuff like that, and used to slaughter animals for fun. But Abel was a wise person and he was a nice shepherd. But Cain was a farmer. Okay. Now what happened? They used to do offerings. So one day Cain said that let us see who God likes better. So Abel said okay. Abel took the most fat calf of his herd and sacrificed it to God. But Cain, as he was not devoted to God at all, took up the worst crops grown in his field and sacrificed them to God. And now, of course, God chose Abel because he liked Abel also. And then Cain was so angry that he struck Abel with a rod and killed him and buried him there. Now, where the grave of Abel stands is in Jordan, and it is inside the Nabi Habil mosque. So Cain is known as Kabil in Islam, and Habil is Abel. Now what happens that now many people revere Abel as a prophet, Nabi Habil. Okay, so coming back to the point, God was very angry with Cain, so that is why he drove him away out from there with his wife, and they settled very far and founded a city named Enoch. Enoch is also a prophet, but we're gonna be talking about him later. So now what happens is that Adam and Eve were very sad, but later they were blessed with a son, a wise son. His name was Seth, or in Islam we call him Sheikh. Prophet Sheikh alayhi salam. Now what happens? Seth was a wise man and he was the second prophet after Adam. And soon, the generation by generation, people came and went. Now the time was of cruelty. The people were all bad. They did whatever pleased them. They drank wine and did cruelty to others. Now God was very angry. He would destroy the world. What would happen next? So stay tuned in the part 2 of Abrahamic Religion's Tales. Thank you so much.